Oh, here we go. Good morning. Hashtag Rising Grinders. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And this is Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are so excited to go ahead and get your eyes opened up, get your ears opened up, get your minds opened up, get your hearts opened up, and keep this conversation going.
Yes.
Guess what today is?
Wow. Today is 8/12/2021. It's already 12 days into the 8th month of the year that's going to change your life. Folks, time is going by fast. Take advantage of every moment. Do not waste it. Woo!
Yes! Ha! This is the only chance that you're going to get the chance to do great things today.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get an early start and say hello by putting a coffee cup emoji inside of the comment box. Good morning, my friend. We are pumped up to go ahead and get this going again. We cannot tell you how excited we are to continue this great conversation with a cup of coffee and keep brewing solutions as we talk about seed time and harvest. Let's go. All of you incredible hashtag Rising Grinders, get ready to have an incredible show.
You know it.
Go ahead and tag your friends.
Make sure you start sharing, folks.
Yes,
we need you to share. The more that you share, the more that we can care and give. You know, this whole subject about, I love it, seed time and harvest is so important. It applies to everyone. It applies to life. It applies to business. It applies to your community. Those are three places that we're talking about quite a bit. Those are three places that you need to learn to influence. So folks, let's get this morning going. Let's get pumped up. Let's get caffeinated. Get your cup of coffee. If you're working out, get moving, get grooving. If you're just sitting there laying in bed, it's okay. But wake up, get moving a little bit. Maybe stand up, stretch your arms up a little bit. It is time to wake up. Man, I'm telling you.
But it's okay.
It is. It's not the first of the month. It's the middle of the month. Let's have some fun.
Let's get this going, everybody.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
It is time to rise and grind. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't tell you how excited we are to continue this conversation. Again, we are pumped up. So thankful that so many of you are jumping in with us this morning.
Wow.
Can't wait to say what's up to you all. Man, you know what? Let's just go ahead and say what's up to you right now. Good morning, Wendy Reeves, and all the beautiful people that are jumping up in here with us. Brad Smith, what's happening? Tina Overfelt is up inside of the house, and we are going to be going with a little bit of TKO dancing a little bit later on today, like Turbo Ozone.
Over on Car Guy Coffee Podcast later on today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's go.
We are interviewing Annalie at that time. Alicia Watts, what's going on this morning? How are you? Did you hear that little squeak in my voice?
I heard it really well. Alicia Watts, right? I loved it. Brad Smith, TKO. We got Emily, what's going on? How are you doing this morning, Emily? We appreciate you for being here. So many beautiful people. Mike Higdon, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Keep crushing your day. I know he's up there leading people and doing it right through God. Marcy, hello, good morning, Claudette Ross. And of course, we got Andy Buck in the house. What's going on?
What's
Andy?
happening?
Make sure you tell Shelly we said we love her. We love meeting you both. It was amazing. Oh my goodness. Robin, how are you this morning? I hope you're having a great morning. We got our homie, Luke
McCoy. The real McCoy.
That's right.
Loving that. I'm going to say what's up to a few more of you. But as we do, go ahead and start tagging a little bit more of the crew. Let them know that we are talking about some incredible things. We are going to braze back over the morning 5 and make sure that you all remember how to get your day started.
No doubt.
But if you're a hashtag Rise and Grinder, especially if you're an elite one, you know what it takes to get your day going. So we're going to keep this conversation moving about seed time and harvest. And hopefully you've had the chance to maybe sip up on some of the solutions that we were brewing throughout the week, talking about how to be intentional about the seed that it is that you have inside of your hand. You finished yesterday jumping inside a clubhouse talking about not dying with the seeds that you were intended to sow. Folks, you are trusted with so much today. There is so much that you can actually accomplish if you pay attention to the opportunities that you have. But you cannot trap the seed inside of your hand, nor can you ignore, man, I didn't mean to really tie that together that way, but nor can you ignore that time is an important part of the process to get you to the harvest. Right. You know what else is an important part of the process, at least in my day, my all day, every day, is to make sure that I am moving and grooving and I got a little bit of beat to keep that doing what it's doing. So let's go ahead and get this Tony with the keys thing up. Nope, not the crickets. You don't want none of the crickets, do you? You want some of this.
Yeah, you know the deal. Stay woke.
Stay woke. Wake up. Here we go. Here we go. Let's keep this hello session happening.
Let's keep it rolling, bro.
So, Angeline, what's happening with you?
Good
Hopefully
morning, Angeline.
You're making something move. You're making something groove, or maybe you're making something brew. Whatever it is, let's make it do what it do. Come on.
Mary Lynn, good morning. We love you.
Love you, sister. What's going on?
Folks. Oh, my goodness. Eileen, Mitnick, what's going on, Eileen? How are you this morning?
Up?
I hope you're crushing your morning. Oh, my goodness. Claudette, Ross, Mark Ellis. I love some Mark Ellis. That is my dude. So much
inspiration. Y'all need to catch a Mark Ellis show. Come on.
Yeah, we're going to have him on the show very soon.
Yeah.
We got Brad Smith, DM. Now, DM, I have to tell you, I appreciate all the little tips you've been giving us on our sound and all those things.
Yes.
You are amazing, right? That's right. Gail B. Craft in the house. Man, we got to meet her over at Glenn's house, man. She's amazing too, folks. Coco Lewis, how are you this morning?
Coco.
Joan Goebel, what's going on, Joan? Hope you're having a great morning. Lydia Best, I love your last name because you are the best. I'm telling you that right now. You know the deal.
It's really the best family.
I mean, come on now. They really are the best family. Debbie Morello, good morning.
Hey.
We got Vicki Everhart in the house. How you doing,
What's going on, Vicky?
That's right. Woo. Oh, my God. Carrie Lynn Carter, good morning.
Still coming in.
Rashida Collins.
Leisha. Oh, my goodness. What is happening, everybody? Woo, you hear that sound?
Rise and grind.
Oh, man, you hear that sound? You guys know what's going on. I know some of you are out there singing that, so let's go get that moving.
Shoot, we should start a TikTok video right now,
right
folks.
Here. Get that move moving on. Get that grooving in, and make sure that you are feeling what it is that you're getting ready to do. So if you are running, make sure that you go ahead and tick that up a little bit. If it's on a treadmill, go ahead and hit boop, 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 and get that run a little bit faster, right? If you're actually lifting weights, add a few reps in there. Add an extra round. If you're doing a WOD, if you're a CrossFitter, go ahead and just add one extra round to it. Or speed it up and get that time just a little bit more condensed on that workout. Whatever it is that you're doing, go ahead and crank it up a bit. Turn us up inside of your volume. If we're inside of your earbuds, turn it up a little bit, like this. Woo, man, this is going to be such
a good morning song right there. I'm telling you. Hashtag Terry Lamp here. We got Rodney Hatfield in the house. Folks, I appreciate you all for throwing love back at us on there. I see you saying hi and everything. It would mean so much to us. It does. It was an honor to meet you, Gail, back on the 4th. It really was. The 4th of July. What a great time to meet some people. What a great time to celebrate with people. Just like this morning, right now, it's 8/12/2021. Folks, the past is the past. The only thing we have right now is the present. So let's enjoy this moment right now. Let's enjoy that we woke up this morning. Let's have some gratitude. Folks, I know you're out there. If you're using that hashtag Rise and Grind planner, you know what you're supposed to do every morning. You know what you do with that morning five. You work on your gratitude. You talk about what you love. Why don't you guys start writing down some of your gratitudes
right now?
Why don't you start writing down the gratitude?
Put them in there.
Just
I'll tell you something that you're thankful for.
I'm so thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful to be here right now with my brother Lou. I'm so thankful that his son is up in college safe, having a great time. I'm so thankful my son is starting his senior year of high school right now. I'm so thankful that we're here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Day 4 for us, right? We have one day left after today, and we're so honored to be here. Glenn Lundy, that's another thing I have tons of gratitude for. Thank you, Glenn Lundy, for showing us the light, for showing us that we can be car guys and be good people. Show us that God can be in our lives, and we can share that without any type of filter, without anyone telling us that we're wrong. And it doesn't matter if they do. Guess what? Stay woke.
Thank you, Eileen, saying you're thankful for starting your day with us. We are thankful that we get the chance to start our day with you. So pumped up. Man, I am so thankful that we actually have this opportunity for sowing great seeds today. I am thankful that I have an incredible wife that loves me, no matter how crazy loud I can get, right? No matter how energetic I can be or how annoyingly positive I try to stay, doesn't matter about how grateful I actually am to have the life that I have. I have incredible kids and I am thankful for them, but I have incredible friends and I'm thankful for you all. And we have an incredible opportunity to speak life into the world today. I do believe that death and life is in the power of the tongue. And today we are speaking life into each and every one of you. And we are so thankful again that we have the chance to hang out with us. Let's go ahead and talk about today's quote of the day inside of your hashtag Rise and Grind planner. Woo! Today is Kelly Likens is putting a scripture quote out there. This is from Matthew 16:24. And then he said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Amen.
Woo, man, that's so deep. That's a good one. That's a good drop in there. Remember, it's not his cross that you pick up. It's yours. It's your cross. But this is the encouraging part that keeps going on from there, right? Because that can seem really daunting. That can seem a little really heavy, right? But he says that his yoke is easy. His weight is light. You do not have to carry the burdens of your brothers. You don't have to carry the burdens of your mothers, of your dads, of all of the other people. You have to pick up your own cross and follow him. And what does it mean to follow, right? That means to put yourself aside, put your own ideas aside and get into step with someone else, getting in cadence with someone else's step, seeing where it is that they go, learning what it is that they do. Again, great examples have been laid out throughout history of great things that we can do. But one of those incredible, great people inside of history that have written out some, just great stuff to be able to start your day off has been this created movement inside of starting your day properly. And that is by making the morning 5. Glenn Lundy created the morning 5 so that you can get your day started in the right way. And while we are in the middle of talking about time, let's talk about the number one thing on the morning 5, and that is no snooze button.
Come on now.
No snooze, folks.
No.
Don't sleep on your opportunity. Don't sleep on the time that you have available to you right now to continue to sow and to be preparing yourself for the harvest. What's going on, Rodney?
He's so right on that. I'm just going to throw a quick little nugget on that. It's the fact that don't hit snooze on your life. And I think that's what we all kind of get guilty of. I think that, we're all tired when we wake up. We don't want to get out of bed, but why? Because life isn't exactly what you hoped it would be, right? It's not exactly the mission that you were wanting to be on. Well, why can't it be? You've been planting seeds your whole life. We talked about intentional seeds. We talked about seeds that maybe you planted that you hoped you didn't, but you're still going to have to deal with those weeds, right? That's okay. We all going to go through those things. We're all going to have to go that, but don't hit snooze on your life.
Come on.
Wake up every morning with intention. Wake up every morning knowing that the seeds that you planted, even the bad ones, they're going to work out. And hear what I mean by that. What I mean is that you have to constantly be intentional about what you're planting, right? So if you're going to start being aware of that now, it doesn't matter if you never were aware of it. If this is the first moment that you're like, whoa, I have to start doing that right now. Great, man. Through the grace of God, through the power of his love, you can do that right now and it will be all worth it. You can start right now. The thing about time is time, it's going to keep going and going and going, right? And it won't stop. Time stops for no man.
You can't stop.
You have to keep going with it. So quit wasting it. Quit hitting that snooze button. Get up every morning and stay woke.
Stay woke.
Right?
Stay woke.
Get up and have some fun. Enjoy your life. Find things. Read books. Write your gratitude down. Work out. Spend time with your loved ones. Do the things that you've been wanting to always do. Start planting those seeds right now. It's the best time. Just do it.
Mark Ellis is over here saying that,
I love Mark
who
Ellis.
needs sleep? I want to live. Man, that just makes me remember something. A quote from the great psalmist Bon Jovi. And how they said, I just want to live while I'm alive. It's my time. Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a Bon Jovi, the great.
They are psalmists, right? They
really are.
Bon
if you really think about it, especially like a Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi was very inspirational, very music. His music was about making people smile and enjoying that moment, feeling life. He's so right on the money with that, right? Man, I just want to live
while I'm alive.
I'm alive.
So many of us don't take the opportunity. My life. That's right. So thinking of understanding living while we're alive, right? Because there is a whole different level of living than just existing. And it's so important that we don't just exist. We don't just fill up the space. We don't just wander aimlessly. We live while we are alive. And the best way to continue living while we're alive is to speak, spread, and make sure that you permeate life. You continue to get together with other people. You create new things. You plant new seeds. You prepare for a harvest. And while we're talking about preparing for a harvest, again, let's go ahead and quote out that morning five. For those of you that don't know what the morning five is, it is one of the best ways to start your day. And it does start with not cutting out time inside of hitting that snooze button. And then after that, don't touch your phone. Put the horn down. You don't have to check all the messages that you got from Facebook or on Instagram or LinkedIn. You don't need to check on all that, right? Get yourself focused and stay woke, right? Make sure that you are getting yourself lined up with where it is that you're supposed to be going for the day. And as you start to zero in, you go through the gates of gratitude. And as you enter through the gates of gratitude, you can start visualizing, right? We say, forget, focus, fly all the time. But then you can start focusing on your goals. It's so hard to hit something if you're not aiming at it. Okay? So many people find themselves in a spot where they're not hitting the target. And that's because they're not even aiming at it. Right? You put a weapon inside of somebody's hand and you put them on a gun range, or you put them inside of a field, and just because they know how to use the apparatus doesn't mean that they are aiming it in the right direction. It's so important that we do visualize our goals. We do see what it is that we're trying to go for, because I am a firm believer that you will go where you gaze. Okay, if you're driving, you're teaching a kid how to drive a car, right? And it's like, I feel like I'm going to hit the mailbox. That's only because you're looking at it. Keep your eyes on the road.
Right on.
If you're looking at it, you're probably going to run into it. Okay. So keep your eyes on the road and make sure that you go where it is that you gaze, because that's ultimately what's going to end up happening. And that's also a good opportunity for you to stay off your phone, right, while you're driving. But moving on from there. So it is important that you do all of these things. And then after that, you get that body moving. I don't care if you get some dim da dum 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 da dum dum dum, right? You start breakdancing in the morning. You start doing some activity, some working out, maybe some running, maybe some heavy walking, any of that stuff, or you just start dancing, right? Any of those things are great physical activities for you to do in the morning. Get yourself moving, get yourself grooving, start doing something, okay? Because you can't just sit still and expect things to keep going. Now, I do believe that there is a time to be still. There is a time for everything, right? We were speaking about it yesterday. We jumped into Clubhouse. We really broke down, and Dr. Rowe opened up inside of Ecclesiastes that there is a time for everything. Mm-hmm. You can see the great actor Kevin Bacon on Footloose, great movie for dancing, right? But he goes through quoting how there is a time for everything. There is a time for everything. And this is your time. This is your opportunity to prepare to spread life. And this is the 5th part of the Morning 5. And that's to send a message to someone. Send an encouraging message to somebody. That's speaking life. That's getting it out of you. It's hard for things to come through you without them happening to you. Okay? So as you start to speak life, as you start to reach out to somebody, as you start to prepare that message, right, that you send out to somebody else, it starts to bring something up from within. It starts to wake you up from within. It starts to get you feeling for somebody else and bringing that encouragement to them. So I encourage you, do that, spread that, make sure that you hit that Morning 5 like you're serious so that you can start reaping the harvest. It's important that we get up early in the morning and we not necessarily have to watch the sunrise, but we bring life with us as we open up and spread our arms out, spread our efforts out. When we're sowing into our businesses, when we're sowing into our communities, and when we're sowing into our relationships, we start to see results. We start to see these little buds. We start to see little leaves on the trees, right? And these are all signs that eventually fruit's going to be there. Fruit's coming. It's on its way. So what are you doing in the meantime? Again, I'm going to go right back to don't hit that snooze button. Don't sleep on the opportunities that you have today. Don't pull yourself back and shrink back from keeping your hand on the plow. Because right as you're almost there, you're like right there, right? That could be the moment where you feel like there's nothing left. There's nothing left in you, and you don't want to go a little bit more. Has anybody out there that does work out run into muscle failure?
Yeah.
Ouch. Right? It hurts and it gets awkward, right? Your last push-ups like that.
You can't fake the shake.
You cannot fake that shake. But that's the breaking point. That's the point where the true growth starts to come in. That's the point where you're actually starting to break down the muscle so that you can find out how much more there is afterwards. And
he's so true on that. And when you do that, when you're working out, that's when you know. Right. And a lot of us, we try to work out and we try not to get to that level. Well, really, what did you accomplish? It's just like life. It translates straight into what we do on our everyday. If you're not pushing yourself to the point of the shake, right, to the point where your body starts to go, okay, man, you really, to your mind is like, okay, brother, you are doing it. Sister, you are killing it. You're doing a great job, but I'm pushed to the limit. Until you push yourself to the limit, how far can you really go? You don't know. I'm going to tell you, until you get that shake. And what's amazing, and I'm going to throw a quick shout out to Frank Lopes, is that in Frank Lopes' book, which I just finished, fantastic, the 7-minute setup, great book, my friend. He talks about that. He talks about working out and getting to that point in life, right? And it translates to all that. So it's so neat that you brought that up because he talks about that. You can't fake the shake. There's this thing where your body starts to shake when you're going into muscle failure. And until you get yourself into that, you won't really push yourself enough. You won't get the growth that you're looking to get. Life is so funny how every aspect of life translates and it has symbolic meanings to it if you really look for it. When your eyes are open and when you're really trying to grow, you start noticing those things. I love it, man. There's been so many beautiful comments that we've been seeing come up here. I know we're talking a lot. I want to let you guys know I appreciate all those beautiful comments. I appreciate you all for being here this morning. I know we're not Glenn Lundy, but we honor him. And we love Glenn Lundy
so much.
He's definitely somebody that brings light. And that's why so many of you are here this morning, because of a Glenn Lundy. But what's so funny is that it became deeper than that. Look at what you guys have done. He's planted a seed and you guys are sitting here watering it. You're fertilizing it. You are. He does too. He does. But look at this team. Look at the love. I've never seen so much love. We host our own show. And I tell you, folks, you guys are amazing. You guys are some great people out there. And if you guys can learn one thing from us, it's make sure that you get yourself and you push yourself. You go beyond further than you've ever have. You go out and take all those seeds that you've planted and you figure out a best way to make sure the time goes towards it, that you're taking care of it, you're putting water on it, you're doing those right things, and that you're ready to harvest when it's time to harvest. There's a time for all those things. And the right time is very hard to figure out sometimes, but a lot of times your fruit will show you. A lot of times it will just pop out. It's so obvious. But you also don't want to wait too long to harvest either, because fruit can spoil.
That's right. Come on.
Even the best fruit could be the most juiciest fruit, but if you don't harvest it, it will spoil. So just remember that kind of stuff. Man, folks, I love you all for being here this morning. This has been a great morning. You know, we're here. We're talking about a lot of amazing things. We're talking about, man, we're running out of time already. It's so crazy. We're down to 5 minutes. We love this. And, you know, these 30 minutes go by quick. We absolutely love you all for joining us and spending your 30 minutes in the morning to wake up and get caffeinated for your culture and your life, right? And we're bringing that, you know, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, folks, but by the seeds you plant. Now, I absolutely love that quote. It's so true. You know, if we worry about, oh, how much fruit am I getting today? How much is it? Well, that's cool and that's great. But what's really the goal here every single day is to plant seeds. It's to make sure that as you putting out way better seeds than you did in the past. For all the weed seeds that you've laid out there that you don't want to grow, or you're hoping doesn't grow, the only way you're going to be able to overcome that is by throwing tons of other great seeds. So go out today. Make sure you get a handful of amazing seeds and you go spread those seeds out. You go share love, smiles, you know, great news. You go open doors for people. You put the work in at work. You do extra. You know, I hear people all the time at work telling me, oh man, I don't know, I wish I can get to your level. Well, work harder than everyone else. That's what I did. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anyone. I just worked harder than everyone. That's how I got to where I'm getting to. And that's where I'm going to where I'm going. The only difference is now I've been more clear with my focus. I've been more precise with my seed planting. I've been more aware of my time that it takes for that to fertilize and grow and do those things. I also have way more patience the older I get. Though it seems like I don't, right? Because I'm really ambitious and I want to do more. But I have patience because I do understand things take time. And I do understand that time is one of the most beautiful gifts that the Lord has ever given us. It heals all, it gives all, and it gives you time to think about what you're trying to do also, man. I'm so blessed, man. You know, Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up.
Hear all that?
I love that.
Hear all that?
Love you.
Don't grow weary.
Do not grow weary.
We're telling you all, do not grow weary. Even when you're hitting that muscle failure, even when you're hitting that what seems to be failure in the things that you're sowing in your business or inside of your community, it's like, man, this community is just not turning around. This place is for birds. No, no. You keep sowing seed until eventually you will see a harvest start coming up inside of your community. Okay. I have a spiritual son of mine who reached out yesterday and said, man, that forgive, focus, fly, that really goes deep. It's more than just a couple of emotions and a couple of movements and a few
100%.
words. It really goes deep because I can't focus if I don't forgive somebody. You can't let those seeds harvest inside of you of unforgiveness. It turns into a weight that you don't want to bear.
Oh, man.
But it's so important that you get on the list of people to forgive. Yesterday, if you didn't make it, if you didn't prepare yourself to reap the harvest today, it's okay. Forgive yourself.
Forgive it.
Get off of that.
Get off.
Okay? You have a harvest to reap if you stay focused on going after what it is that's designed for you. Like we were talking about, we love Glenn and we absolutely honor him, but Glenn didn't go out and find all of you that are commenting and being in here. You all found him because you all were seeking truth. You all were seeking something better. You all were reaching for the light. And what ends up happening when you start reaching for light? You start to find others that are on their way too. Right? You ever go on a run and all of a sudden somebody just runs right there in your lane and like you just so happen to be in step, right? Like Forrest Gump, when he started running, everybody started running with him. These people wanted to run too. Yes, there was an inspiration that they had to keep running like him, but you all are the ones that are seeking truth. You all are the ones that are up at 5:30 in the morning. Glenn's not knocking on your door saying get up. He's not hitting that button. He's not calling you in the morning to say, get up, get up, get up, get up. No, he is preparing a platform that you can jump on.
Amen.
And enjoy starting your day off the right way.
Amen.
But we're telling you all that harvest is coming. I want to speak that into your life right now. The harvest is coming. The harvest is preparing itself right now. You have no control over that other than weaving your basket and preparing yourself to take on the harvest.
Yes.
So I challenge you today, forgive, wipe off the weight of unforgiveness, and prepare yourself for that harvest that's coming, because it is coming. You are designed for greatness. You are purposeful inside of the design of mankind today.
Amen. You
are alive today. So we encourage you all to apply 3 F's.
Oh, man.
So that you can keep growing.
Before we get into the last part, we got to get out of here, and we're about done, folks. And I appreciate y'all for being here. But I see this comment by Robin Price. The weed analogy confuses me sometimes because I love actually flowering weeds that are great for bees and butterflies. Ma'am, let me tell you something, Robin. That is not, that's an intentional seed. Those are weed. That's not technically a weed to you. So understand, what I love about that also is that you look at something that other person might see as a weed, but yet you find it as a beautiful flower. You see it as something that speaks life into this planet. You see it as something that helps breed other animals to be happier, more cultured. That is actually a positive mindset. Yes. And that is another analogy right there. And I love that, Robin. Absolutely. So I want you to know that. And I do understand it gets confusing when we talk about weeds, but we're just talking about unwanted weeds. We're talking about plants that are not supposed to be there. That is the complete opposite of what you're talking about there. That is beautiful. And those flowers that grow out of those weeds, the wildflowers in a sense, we need those for our bees and butterflies. And I agree with that. We need that for our lives. We need to find out that sometimes just a person in our community that might seem like a weed in our community, if you get to know them, maybe have a little grace with them and understand what they really are and hear their story, you might find that they are that beautiful flower that is there for all the bees and butterflies to learn from, right? I love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. And everything has its place, right? The weed has its purpose.
Amen.
The important thing is that whether it's a tree, a weed, or an intentional sowed seed, they each have their place. So that's why it's so important that we are intentional about where it is that we sow our seeds, intentional about where it is that we go. And today we are going to have to say goodbye on this particular show as we forgive, focus, and fly. And we have one more morning with you.
Love you guys.
And hopefully we'll be back again, right? And hopefully we get the chance to give our thanks to Glenn for this opportunity in a different way. We're challenging ourselves. How can we honor Glenn anymore? How can we say thank you to him? And we're trying to figure it out, Glenn. We're going to figure it out.
We will.
Figure out a way to thank you.
We will.
Thank you.
Love you.
But right now we're saying thank you. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yes. All of you #Rise and Grinders that are with us over on Clubhouse or wherever it is that you are watching us. Thank you for joining us. But you know how it is that we're going to end this day. We are going to forgive, focus and fly away. Here we go. On 3, everybody. Let's get ready to head out and enjoy our day. Let's take advantage of every moment. Let's make sure that we love everybody. We get ready to forgive, focus, fly. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Keep growing. Woo! Thank you so much for joining us. We love you all.
#Rise and Grind. You guys go out and crush your day. We'll see you on the Clubhouse.
See you mañana.
See you tomorrow for Lundy.